Hey, how's everybody doing? Out here in New York City, crossing the Williamsburg Bridge. So I have been using contacts since I was 16 years old. Never cared much for glasses, but contacts have been a pain in the ass, as we would say, because you always gotta dig in your eye. And with that, I've caught a couple of eye infections. So it took me quite a long time to make a decision to get Lasik. Now let me tell you, my vision has been very poor for a long time. -11 on the right, -8 on the left. Best decision I ever made was getting this Lasik. So today is October 20th, and I had the Lasik surgery done on October 8th. Throughout that whole procedure, it was very interesting. When he went to the right eye, I was already like, okay, gun ho, let's do this, let's get this over with. And next thing I know, 8 minutes went by, and the guy was like, you're done. So I stood up, had my eyes closed. So I was like kind of hesitant to open my eyes for some reason, because I didn't know what to expect when I opened my eyes. Then I opened up and I was like, oh my God, I can see the time. I can actually see the time. And now today is October 20th. It's unbelievable, because every time I go to sleep, I have to remind myself that I don't have any contact lenses on. So that's something that I always got to remind myself, because when I used to wear contacts, I always told myself at night, Orlando, remove your contacts, don't go to bed with your contacts, because you can get a severe eye infection. And look at this. My eyes are amazing. I can actually read things 20 feet, sometimes even further than 20 feet, because they told me you're gonna get, you may end up 2015, or you may end up 2020. All I know is my eyesight's beautiful. I've never seen this clear in my life. I'm putting on these shades because the last time I went to the doctor for the checkup, they recommended that I use these shades for I think a couple of more weeks. It's because also the strong light can affect your eyes, and your eyes are still healing. So they also tell you to wear these in case you're sensitive to the light. So I've been doing pretty good. My sensitivity to light has not been bad. I mean, the next day after the surgery, I was able to, but no sensitivity to light, but I definitely need to protect my eyes. So question is, how much does it cost? A lot of people are asking that. And is it something you want to consider? It cost me $4,500. It's a lot of money, but with considerations taken, you were gonna end up spending that money on glasses anyhow. Would I recommend this? I would definitely recommend this to anyone that is tired of wearing contact lenses, to anyone that's tired of wearing glasses, because I got to the point where I'm just tired of the annoyance of, let me put on these contacts. Couldn't wear any glasses. Glasses would definitely be too big. It would be like bifocals, because my vision was very bad. They had me come in to check my eyes to see how well I was healing. And thank God they said I was healing pretty well. They just told me to continue the eye drops, because your eye gets a little dry. But my eye hasn't been that dry, but they told me to continue the eye drops for about 3 months. But so far, I've been seeing very well. Haven't had eyesight this good since I was like 16 years old. So I'm definitely thankful that I did the surgery. So to tell you a little bit about the procedure, I went on October 8th after I did some research, of course, because I think it's a smart thing that you should do is to do your own research and take a look at how the whole procedure works. And when I went there, they wanted to see if I was going to be a good candidate for the surgery, of course, to see if there's anything wrong with my eyes, things of that nature. So they ran all kind of testing on my eye. I know that for one fact, it was to see if I was a good candidate for the procedure. So after she ran all the tests, she said that I'm a good candidate and that I want to have the procedure done on that day. So I was like, wow, I did not come here to do this procedure today. So I was a little scared, especially when someone's going into your eye. You know, the first thing that runs through your mind is if there's going to be some type of problem, or you're going to go blind, or things of that nature. Even though I did all the research, that was the things that were on my mind. So I said, okay, I'll do the procedure. So once I went to the surgical room, if we can call it that, the gentleman who was assisting the doctor had told me, you know, do you see the time on the clock? And I was like, I don't see any time there. And he was like, well, you will see the time after this whole procedure is done. So they put some numbing drops into my eye. And I was, like I tell you, you know, they try to tell you to take some kind of pills. I don't know what is it they give you, something to relax you. I forget the name of the pill, but I didn't want to take any of that. I just, you know, I go all out. So I lay down, and he starts to put the drops, and the procedure starts. And I can tell you, you don't feel a thing. All you do is feel some pressure that's taking place. When the doctor told me, just look at the green dots and look at, there's some kind of red, some kind of red dot that you're looking at up top, and they say just keep looking. Now you're not going to be able to blink at all because they have some kind of stuff covering your eye. They have some kind of stuff keeping your eye wide open, so you're not going to be able to blink whatsoever. And I'm like, there I am in my mind freaking out, but I'm trying my best to stay as calm as possible. Again, I don't feel none. All I did is feel pressure. Now, besides the pressure, when that laser started to go into my eye, or I'll choose this word, burn into my eye. I remember when I did my research, they said that you will smell something. I definitely smelled it. I was like, oh my God, that is what they're talking about. So I continue, and the assistant was kind of coaching me. He's like, you're almost done. You're almost done. And next thing I know, it was over. The squirrel doesn't want to be seen, doesn't want to be in the video today. Everyone has their turn. I guess it ain't his turn. One of the things that I love about where I live is the tranquility. Let me tell you something, I definitely miss New York. I miss the vibe, I miss the action. There's just so much to do in New York. And then when I come home, I'm like, oh, I would not trade this peacefulness for anything. With that, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And one of the things that I forgot to mention is where I got it done. I got this done at Dr. Della Russo. For those that are familiar with the commercial, I didn't, watch the commercial because I never heard of Dr. Della Russo till one of my co-workers told me that his mother got it done there. So I said, okay, let me do a little research. And thus far, every comment that I found online was a positive comment. So if you want to get it done by Dr. Della Russo, feel free. There are other doctors out there, but I just want to give you a note of where I went.